So, E3 2018 is finally upon us, and I've been meaning to get this video out for a couple days now. I apologize, but I have a few random predictions that I would like to see from E3. So, sit back. This is not going to be in any particular order. These are just thoughts of what I would like to see announced at E3 from any of the developers, whether it's Capcom, EA, Konami, Nintendo, Sony, Naughty Dog. It doesn't matter. These are just kind of my wish list of what I like to see from E3. So, first on my list is going to be a new game from EA in the world far, far away, or galaxy far, far away, if you will. So, we've had Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 come out, but I would like to see something new from EA. Just anything from being an X-wing fighter, or maybe a remake of Knights of the Old Republic, or something against with the extended universe. Just something a little bit different. It doesn't have to involve Jedi. It doesn't have to involve Han Solo or any of the movies. I just would like to see something different. So that's my expectation. EA kind of stumbled with the ball, or fumbled, if you want to use a football term, for you Madden fans out there, with Battlefront 2 when they're, overuse of loot boxes, and they're trying to recuperate from that. I think this is the perfect time to come out with something else with one of their other developers. Heck, I really would like to see something on the level of Rogue Squadron. Those were beloved games on the N64. Like I said, something with X-wings where you're, having to either do dogfights or escort missions. Those would be pretty cool. So that's what I'm hoping to see from EA in the world that Uncle George made. So coming in next is I now want to see another Luigi's Mansion. Now we had the first one on the GameCube way back in 2001, I believe, and then we had a remake, or not a remake, we had a sequel on the Nintendo 3DS a few years ago. I want to see a new Luigi's Mansion on the Switch. This is a game that should be on the big TV, shouldn't be on a portable game. But if you want to play it on a portable system, that's perfectly fine. I had a lot of fun with Luigi's Mansion's Dark Moon, but I thoroughly enjoyed it on my GameCube way back when. So, for those of you out there in Nintendo world listening, please make this happen. I would love to hear about another Luigi's Mansion. It's fun, it's exciting. You don't have to deal with Mario. I'm not a hater of Mario, but I just like Luigi being his own star. So, coming up next is near and dear to my heart. I want to see something back in the world of Jak and Daxter. Now, we had Jak and Daxter and the Precursor Legacy come out on the PlayStation 2. We've had two generations of consoles since then. And all we've had is Jak 2 and 3, which were basically knockoffs of the Grand Theft Auto series. And then we had, Jak X and Jak the Lost Legacy and a few side games on the PSP. But we've never had a full fledged sequel of the original Jak and Daxter game. Now, they released a wasn't a remade, but it was an emulated version of Jak and Daxter on the PS4. And I played that again, and I enjoyed it just as much as I did years and years ago. But I would like to see either a full blown reboot, or B, just remake the original trilogy, I guess, for the PS4. I really enjoyed the first Jak and Daxter and its platforming and its wit, and it was just a very fun game to play, even though on a level of Mario 64, any of the other platformers out there. This was an excellent game, and I really think the folks at Sony or Naughty Dog or whoever needs to revisit this. It would be an awesome, awesome experience. So, next on my wish list would be a sequel to one of my favorite games I've ever played, and that's Sleeping Dogs. It's been a few years. I believe it originally came out on the PS3. I played it on the PS3 and I played it again on the PS4. And Sleeping Dogs was a incredibly fun game, and I don't know how well it sold, but I would really like to see Square Enix come back to this world out in Hong Kong. And some people call it a GTA clone, which is just fine with me. For some reason, I liked this game better than Grand Theft Auto. It was a whole lot of fun. You had your racing, of course, you had your gunplay, but you also had some martial arts aspects in it. And I found it a whole lot of fun. I always find myself coming back to this game over and over. So finding a sequel to the life of Wei Shen would be just phenomenal for me. Also, what I would like to see is the continuing story to Lost Odyssey. Now, when I had a actually working Xbox 360, I had a lot of fun with this game. Um, I don't really remember the name of the main character, but I do remember having a lot of fun going through his story, reading all the little stories and poems and backstories, going all to the different towns and playing the time-paced mechanics on the fighting. Lost Odyssey was a very good RPG that the Xbox has. It was probably one of the best ones ever. And I know I could play it on my Xbox One right now, but I honestly think that if Microsoft and the folks that made Lost Odyssey can get back together and come back with a Lost Odyssey 2, the world would be a much better place. And lastly, I would like to see something continuing the Grandia series. Now, I did play the first Grandia on the PS1, and I played Grandia 2 for a little bit. And I even tried a little bit of the Grandia Extreme. But I have to say, Grandia is one of my favorite RPGs ever. I remember going out of my way from work, driving, I think, 45 minutes, and picking it up. And I put it in my PlayStation just to give it a try. And before I knew it, I could not stop playing it. I played it for 60 or 80 hours, and it never felt like a 60 to 80-hour game. I love this game. I can't get enough of it. I want to go back to that world. Uh, and it's been, released by several different developers. We've had, Game Arts, we've had Enix, which is now Square Enix. I think even Ubisoft touched in on it for a little while. Just have one of you publishers out there grab the Grandia series. Let's throw another one out there. It's been 3 generations of systems since then. Come on, guys. Let's have another Grandia out there. Anyway, that's my list of games I would like to see announced at this year's E3. I know each one of them has a very small chance, but that's my wish list. And I'd like to know your wish list too. What would you like to hear from E3? Do you want to see another Final Fantasy being announced other than 7? Do you want to see another Suikoden? Do you want to see another Marvel vs. Capcom? Let me know. Post it in the comments below. Anyway, that's it for me, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace out, players.